The galaxy laughed at Earth's navy until the Colossus class materialized above their cities. The galaxy had always laughed at Earth. Human ships were slow, small, and weak. Compared to alien fleets, they seemed like toys. Alien commanders often joked about Earth in meetings. They called humans primitive and laughable. Reports from human observers were read aloud with mockery. Humans had nothing to compete with the fleets of other worlds. Alex Carter, a human fleet analyst, sat in a quiet control room on Earth's orbiting station. His eyes followed the holographic images of alien ships moving across the Council's star maps. Each ship was larger than anything humans had ever built. He watched as Council members laughed at the human navy. Their words were harsh and mocking, but Alex remained silent. Beside him, Claire Morris, a strategic officer, recorded the meeting carefully. She did not react to insults or jokes. She only took notes, noting the attitudes and weaknesses of the alien leaders. The aliens thought humans were afraid. They believed Earth had accepted its place at the bottom of galactic civilizations. Humans did not argue. They did not respond. Their fleets rarely left orbit, and when they did, they stayed away from the main trade lanes. To the galaxy, this was weakness. But Alex and Claire knew better. Humans were not afraid. Humans were patient. News from other planets made it clear how badly humans were underestimated. On the trading world of Zelphar, alien soldiers openly laughed at humans. "Look at them," one officer said. "They barely have 100 ships. They are a joke." Another added, "Their weapons are nothing. They cannot even fight small pirate fleets without failing." On Earth, ordinary citizens felt a mix of shame and anger. Ben Turner, a school teacher in New York City, watched the broadcast with his students. He tried to explain the situation simply. "The galaxy sees us as weak," he said. "But that does not mean we are. Humans are clever. Humans do not panic. We have patience." The children listened, some confused, some scared. Outside, ships flew slowly over the city, small patrols with no visible weapons. Humans could only watch and wait for now. At the same time, in the orbiting station, Alex continued his observations. He studied alien fleet movements, communications, and strategies. Every mistake the aliens made was noted. Every joke they made was remembered. Humans had learned that the galaxy underestimated them too easily. One day, this mistake would be fatal for the aliens. The Council broadcasts continued. In one session, an alien commander named Throx made a show of Earth's supposed weakness. "Humans have no large ships," he said. "Their navy is barely a group of patrols. They have no real power." The words echoed across the galaxy. Commanders from other worlds nodded and laughed. To them, Earth would always be small, weak, and insignificant. But inside Earth's secret command centers, the mood was different. Hannah Lee, a human strategist, looked over detailed plans for new ships. She spoke quietly to her team. "They are laughing at us now," she said. "But every laugh they give is a mistake. They do not see what we are building. They do not know what we are capable of." The team nodded, understanding the weight of her words. Patience and preparation were key. The galaxy thought Earth was helpless, but humans were quietly preparing a surprise no one could imagine. Even among the ordinary population, humans learned to live with the ridicule. Children played with small model ships, dreaming of flying among the stars. Adults worked quietly in factories and laboratories, building engines, shields, and systems that the galaxy had never seen. The human spirit was calm and persistent. While aliens mocked, humans worked. While aliens flaunted power, humans trained, studied, and planned. Alex often thought about the contrast. The galaxy laughed and humans smiled quietly. In some ways, humans found amusement in being underestimated. It gave them time. Time to prepare, time to improve, time to grow stronger without interference. Every joke told by aliens was like a free warning. The galaxy had shown its attitude. Humans only needed to respond once with full strength. Outside Earth, in orbit, patrol ships moved slowly. The humans manning them were aware of their small size and limited power. Captain Lucas Grant led one such patrol. His ship was modest, armed with minimal weapons and visible only when scans were close. He knew that in direct conflict, humans would lose immediately. But he also knew humans were not meant to fight alone. Patience and planning were more important than numbers now. As days passed, reports of alien arrogance increased. Fleets of alien ships moved near Earth's system, showing force without reason. They tested human defenses. Some fired warning shots at empty space stations, showing their firepower. Humans observed silently, never responding. Each action was recorded and analyzed. No one panicked. No one retaliated. Humans had learned that hasty action often caused defeat, while patience could turn the tide. Ben Turner continued teaching. He explained to his students that humans were not weak. "We are patient," he said. "We learn, we prepare. The galaxy may laugh, but that does not define us. We define ourselves with action and intelligence, not by what others say." Some children understood. Some children imagined fleets larger than any alien could dream of. Outside, human cities continued their quiet, resilient life. The laughter of the galaxy had no power inside these walls. Alex and Claire watched alien communications constantly. They recorded every insult, every miscalculation. Some humans began to joke quietly among themselves. "They think we cannot fight," one technician whispered. "Wait until they see what we can do." The humor was quiet, but it reflected confidence. Humans did not need to fight yet. They only needed to prepare. The galaxy laughed for cycles. Alien fleets paraded near Earth. Alien politicians boasted in public that humans would never be a serious threat. Humans studied and trained, building quietly in places none could see. The galaxy thought this was weakness. Humans called it opportunity. In orbit above Earth, Alex reviewed the data one more time. Claire stood beside him, reading notes carefully. "They think we are small," Alex said quietly. "Let them think that. Every mistake they make is a lesson," Claire nodded. "One day they will learn that laughing at humans is dangerous," she said. "One day they will see what we can do." And so, for now, humans waited. The galaxy laughed, confident in its judgment. Humans smiled quietly, patient and calm. Behind that smile, something new was being built, something no alien could imagine. The galaxy's joke continued, but humans had already begun preparing the end of that laughter. The laughter of the galaxy echoed across the stars, but on Earth, Alex, Claire, Hannah, and all humans continued their work. Every day, every hour, they built ships, systems, and strategies. Patience was their strength, preparation was their weapon, and one day the galaxy would see what humans had been hiding behind their quiet smiles. And that day was closer than anyone in the galaxy imagined. While the galaxy laughed, Earth worked in silence. Humans had learned a simple truth. Strength was not shown in words or in small displays of power. It was built, quietly and carefully, away from eyes that mocked them. In the deepest oceans, inside hollowed asteroids, and in secret orbiting stations, humans were creating something new, something the galaxy could never guess. Noah Price, an engineer with broad shoulders and sharp eyes, stood on a platform inside a massive underground shipyard. Above him, layers of metal and shielding blocked any scanner from outside. The shipyard was enormous, larger than any city on the surface. It smelled of metal, oil, and ozone. He walked past massive components being assembled, hulls the size of mountains, engines glowing faintly with controlled energy, and systems humming quietly like a heartbeat. Every piece was designed to be undetectable by alien sensors. "How long until the next system is online?" asked Hannah Lee, walking beside him. She was young, confident, and precise in her calculations. She always carried a small tablet, monitoring progress, plans, and schedules. She glanced up at the massive structures. "We are ahead of schedule," Noah replied. If the technicians continue like this, the first Colossus prototype will be ready in 3 months. The Colossus class was unlike any ship the galaxy had ever seen. Humans did not build them to impress. They were built to last, to defend, and to survive. Their armor was simple, dark, and resistant to known weapons. Their engines could move faster than any alien fleet expected. Their systems were quiet, almost invisible, but each contained power far greater than the combined fleets of nearby worlds. Humans had learned that appearances were deceptive. The galaxy had only seen small, slow, and weak ships from Earth. It would soon see that humans had been hiding their real strength. In another section of the secret station, Lucas Grant, a human fleet commander, trained new pilots. They moved through simulations, learning how to control ships far larger than anything they had ever flown. The ships were enormous, yet responsive, almost alive under human control. "Remember," Lucas said, "these ships are not just weapons. They are extensions of ourselves. Treat them with respect and they will protect you. Treat them as machines and you may fail." The pilots nodded, some nervous, some excited. Every day they practiced maneuvers, tactics, and teamwork. They had no idea when these ships would be needed, but they trusted the plan. While the engineers and pilots worked, Hannah and her team studied alien fleets. Every movement, every communication, every strategy was recorded. Alien arrogance was constant. The galaxy believed Earth was weak, so their fleets were careless. "They do not hide their patterns," Hannah said one day. "We can learn from every mistake they make. We will know their tactics before they even try them." Her team nodded. Patience and knowledge were as important as the ships themselves. On Earth, civilians had no idea of the scale of these preparations. Cities appeared calm, ordinary life continuing as normal. Ben Turner continued teaching children about the stars, explaining that humans were small but clever. "We may look weak," he said, "but we have minds and we have patience. Sometimes patience is stronger than power." Some students imagined flying ships, others imagined defending cities, and some simply dreamed of the day humans would no longer be laughed at. Back in orbit, Alex Carter monitored communications from alien fleets. He noticed small patterns, how they overestimated themselves, how they assumed humans would never retaliate. Every signal was a lesson. Every move was recorded and analyzed. He reported to Hannah, who used the data to adjust human strategies. "They do not know what is coming," Alex said quietly. "They are blind to our preparation." Hannah nodded. "And they will not expect the Colossus class, not until the moment is right." In the deep oceans, hidden shipyards hummed with activity. Massive engines were assembled, energy cores were tested, and weapon systems were calibrated. Noah moved through each section, checking progress and ensuring every technician was focused. "Do not rush," he said. "Precision is more important than speed. One mistake could reveal everything." His voice was calm but firm. Humans had learned that the galaxy watched constantly, looking for any sign of weakness. Mistakes could be fatal. Time passed, and the Colossus class slowly took shape. Massive hulls were completed, engines installed, and defensive systems tested. Every ship was unique, built with the knowledge gained from studying alien fleets. They were not flashy. They had no glowing lights, no decorative patterns. They were simple, dark, and strong. Humans believed that true strength did not need to be shown. It only needed to work when required. In the training zones, pilots continued simulations. Lucas Grant emphasized teamwork, communication, and discipline. "The galaxy assumes humans cannot fight," he told them. "We will prove them wrong, but not with force alone. Strategy, patience, and control are our real weapons." The pilots learned to anticipate enemy moves, react instantly, and adapt without hesitation. Every day they became more confident, more skilled, and more ready. Hannah Lee coordinated the entire project from a secure command center. She had access to all shipyards, simulations, and data from alien fleets. "We are building more than ships," she told her team. "We are building confidence. We are building strategy. One day when the galaxy laughs, we will show them that laughter was premature." Her team worked tirelessly, adjusting plans, designing new systems, and testing every detail. Humans had learned to respect preparation above all else. Even on the surface of Earth, civilians contributed. Factories produced components that seemed ordinary to anyone outside, but they were vital parts of the Colossus class. Engineers designed engines disguised as cargo units. Technicians built shields hidden inside standard frames. Every person played a role, though few knew the full picture. Humans had learned to work together quietly, united by a shared purpose, while the galaxy remained unaware. Alex Carter continued monitoring alien fleets. He noticed small fleets moving through trade routes, testing the limits of human patience. "They are arrogant," he said. "They do not think we can respond. They think we are weak." Claire Morris, standing beside him, nodded. "They have no idea what we are building." Soon, patience will become their problem. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The Colossus-class ships neared completion. Noah inspected the first prototype, a massive ship with a dark, simple hull. It was quiet, yet it contained immense power. He ran final checks on engines, weapons, and defensive systems. "It is ready," he said quietly. "If the galaxy attacks, we can respond." Hannah, watching from the command center, nodded. "We are ready. We only need the right moment." The galaxy continued to mock Earth. Alien fleets displayed power, alien politicians spoke proudly, and trade worlds continued to belittle humans. But on Earth, humans smiled quietly. Their work was complete in secret, their ships ready, their pilots trained, and their strategies prepared. Patience had created an invisible shield stronger than any weapon. The galaxy's laughter continued, but humans had already prepared their response. And so, as the stars continued to watch Earth with amusement, humans quietly waited. Ships larger than any alien could imagine rested in hidden hangars. Pilots trained in silence. Engineers monitored engines, weapons, and systems. Hannah Lee, Lucas Grant, Alex Carter, Claire Morris, and countless others had built a force unseen, unknown, and underestimated. The galaxy thought Earth was weak, but humans knew better. One day, the galaxy's arrogance would meet reality. One day, the laughter of alien worlds would stop. And humans would stand above their cities, calm, patient, and ready, showing the galaxy that patience and preparation were more powerful than ridicule. Until that day, humans continued their quiet work. They moved pieces, tested systems, trained minds, and prepared hearts. The Colossus class waited, enormous and silent, hidden from every sensor and scanner. The galaxy had no idea that Earth's greatest strength was ready to awaken. And in this quiet preparation, humans found something even more valuable than technology or power. They found confidence, unity, and a deep understanding that the galaxy's laughter meant nothing. Only action would speak, and humans were ready for that day the galaxy's laughter grew louder. Alien fleets, confident and arrogant, decided to teach Earth a lesson. They believed humans were weak, unprepared, and unable to fight. They wanted to show the entire galaxy that Earth was nothing more than a small, backward world. Thousands of ships moved through space toward the solar system, their engines glowing bright and weapons visible even from far away. On Earth, people watched in fear and confusion. News alerts flooded every city, reporting the incoming fleets. Ben Turner, the school teacher, gathered his students in the classroom. "Stay calm," he said. "We have survived before. We will survive again." The children looked at him with wide eyes. Some clutched hands of neighbors. Others stared out windows, seeing bright lights growing in the sky. No one knew what humans could do, only that aliens were coming. In orbit, human patrols scanned the approaching fleets. Captain Lucas Grant and his team watched thousands of alien ships, far larger and stronger than anything humans had officially built. The fleets moved confidently, as if no one could stop them. Lucas felt a mixture of fear and determination. "They think this will be easy," he said. "We will see soon enough." Alex Carter monitored the enemy's communications. The aliens were openly mocking humans, broadcasting messages over wide channels for everyone to hear. "Earth's defenses are weak," one commander said. "They cannot even fire back. Our victory will be simple." Alex took careful notes. Every message, every movement, every signal would be remembered. Humans did not respond yet. Their plan was patience. Beneath the oceans, in the hidden shipyards, engineers worked silently. The Colossus-class ships were nearly ready. Massive engines thrummed quietly, weapons systems powered up, and shields tested. Noah Price walked past a row of engineers, checking every detail. "Every system must be perfect," he said. "Any mistake could reveal our presence too early. Stay focused." The engineers nodded, continuing their work. The ships were enormous, far beyond any alien design, yet their strength remained hidden, invisible, and calm. On the surface, civilians prepared for evacuation, though many believed there was no hope. Hannah Lee coordinated with emergency teams, but her mind was on the fleet. She knew that humans had prepared for this day for years. Patience had allowed them to build what the galaxy never expected. She walked past holographic maps, adjusting positions and monitoring readiness. The Colossus-class ships were ready to emerge at the perfect moment. As the alien fleet entered the solar system, their arrogance grew. They tested human defenses with warning shots, showing power but causing no real damage. They expected humans to panic, to launch a feeble response, to beg for mercy. The galaxy was watching, eager for Earth's defeat. Ben Turner and his students watched the sky. The children pointed at the distant lights of alien ships. "Are they going to hurt us?" one whispered. Ben shook his head. "We may not know everything," he said, "but humans are clever. Do not panic. Sometimes patience is stronger than power." He could see the fear in the children, but also a spark of hope. Even ordinary humans with no weapons were learning courage. In orbit, Alex and Claire monitored every fleet movement. They noticed small patterns, repeated formations, and overconfident maneuvers. "They are careless," Alex said. "They believe we cannot respond. This is good." "We will learn everything we need before taking action," Claire nodded. "Let them make mistakes. The galaxy thinks we are weak, but patience is our ally." Suddenly, above major cities, shadows began to form. Massive shapes appeared, blocking the stars and signals. The invasion fleet fell silent. Alien communications became chaotic, filled with confusion and disbelief. The ships moving into attack positions stopped, their weapons failing to lock on. Something larger than anything they had ever seen had appeared in orbit. Lucas Grant ordered a scan of the shapes. The results were astonishing. Enormous ships, far larger than any alien capital fleet, floated silently above the cities. Their hulls were dark, simple, and calm. There were no glowing weapons, no dramatic lights, only immense presence. The Colossus class had appeared. Human ships, invisible for years, had materialized in perfect positions. The alien commanders were shocked. They had never expected this. "What is this?" one cried. "This is impossible." Their weapons systems failed, and their sensors could not read the ships properly. For the first time, fear appeared in the eyes of the arrogant fleets. The galaxy's laughter vanished, replaced by confusion and panic. On Earth, people looked up at the enormous shapes in orbit. Ben Turner's students gasped, pointing at the massive silhouettes. Even civilians who had never imagined space battles could see the scale of the ships. They were larger than cities, larger than entire continents, and they moved with calm authority. The galaxy had mocked humans for centuries, and now humans were showing that preparation was more powerful than arrogance. Hannah Lee coordinated the fleet silently from the command center. She opened a single channel to the aliens. Her voice was calm but firm. "Leave now," she said. You do not wish to fight humans. Leave this system and live. Attack and you will regret it. The message was simple, direct, and powerful. The alien fleet faltered. Commanders argued among themselves. No one wanted to test the strength of these enormous ships. Alex Carter watched communications. He noted the reactions of alien leaders. Panic and disbelief spread through their channels. The galaxy had always believed humans were weak. Now, humans had revealed their true strength in one quiet, calm display. The Colossus-class ships did not fire. They did not threaten. They only existed, enormous and silent, and the galaxy realized that appearances could be deceiving. On the surface, civilians began to understand that humans were not powerless. Cities looked up at the shadow of the Colossus ships. Their fear turned into awe. People whispered among themselves, pointing at the sky. "Humans have done this," one said. "We were laughed at, and now we are strong." Hope spread as quickly as fear had before. Humans had always been underestimated, and now the galaxy knew the truth. Lucas Grant and his pilots moved through the ship silently. Simulations, training, and careful preparation allowed them to position the massive vessels perfectly. Every movement had been planned for years. Every pilot knew their role. The Colossus class was a result of patience, intelligence, and discipline. The galaxy had laughed, but now it could only watch in disbelief. Alex spoke quietly to Claire. "They will not attack," he said. "They see our strength, but they cannot understand it." "Patience built this, not pride. Preparation built this, not arrogance," Claire nodded. "And this is only the beginning. If the galaxy thinks they can intimidate humans again, they will be wrong." The alien fleet eventually began to retreat, though slowly and reluctantly. Commanders feared the unknown power they faced. The galaxy had mocked humans for centuries, yet humans had prepared quietly, secretly, and completely. The Colossus-class ships remained in position, demonstrating power without threat, strength without violence. On Earth, civilians looked at the sky in amazement. Children clutched the hands of parents, pointing at enormous ships that had appeared from nowhere. Ben Turner smiled quietly, proud that humans had remained patient, calm, and clever. The galaxy had underestimated Earth for centuries, and humans had proven that even the weakest could prepare a defense impossible to ignore. Hannah Lee, Alex Carter, Lucas Grant, and Claire Morris watched silently. Every system had functioned perfectly. Every strategy worked as intended. The galaxy had believed humans were weak, but humans had built something that required no immediate violence to show its power. The Colossus-class ships had turned the tables simply by existing, and the galaxy would never forget the lesson. And so, the invasion that was meant to destroy humans ended before it began. No shot was fired, no weapon was launched, yet the galaxy realized that Earth's patience and preparation were more dangerous than any attack. Humans had proven that strength was not always loud, not always visible, but it could be overwhelming when fully realized. The galaxy's laughter had ended. Silence replaced it, mixed with fear, awe, and confusion. Humans continued to stand quietly, their ships enormous and calm above their cities. Preparation had won, patience had succeeded, and the galaxy had learned a lesson it would not forget. The invasion fleet eventually moved far away, retreating without risk. Humans had not needed to fight. The Colossus class remained above Earth, calm, silent, and powerful. The galaxy had expected weakness, but humans had shown that the quiet preparation of many years could create something impossible to ignore. For the first time, the galaxy stopped laughing. For the first time, humans stood above their cities, calm and ready, showing that patience, planning, and preparation were more powerful than arrogance and ridicule. And on Earth, humans returned to their lives, proud but quiet. They had waited, they had prepared, and the galaxy had seen the result. One day, the Colossus class would act again, if needed, but for now, humans had shown their strength without firing a single shot. The galaxy had never seen ships like these. The Colossus class floated silently above human cities, enormous and calm. Their hulls were simple, dark, and smooth, yet their presence was impossible to ignore. Alien commanders who had laughed at Earth for centuries could barely believe what they saw. Their scanners failed. Their weapons would not lock on. The galaxy realized, for the first time, that humans had prepared something beyond imagination. In the command center, Lucas Grant stood before a massive display of the Colossus-class fleet. Each ship was larger than any alien battleship, yet moved with precision, calmness, and control. Pilots manned consoles silently, responding to commands instantly. Lucas spoke quietly to his team. "Remember, we are not here to destroy unless necessary. Our strength is enough to stop them without firing a shot. Control, patience, and presence are our weapons." The team nodded, understanding that their role was as much about strategy as it was about power. Alex Carter monitored alien communications. The messages were frantic. "What are these ships?" one commander shouted. "We cannot hit them. Our weapons are failing." Others argued, blaming each other for underestimating humans. Every word, every signal, and every mistake was recorded by humans. Patience had given them not just ships, but knowledge. Knowledge that would decide the outcome without needing immediate combat. Hannah Lee moved quickly across the command floor, issuing instructions. "Ensure all channels remain open. Let them see our readiness. Do not fire yet. We are calm but powerful. Let them panic on their own." Her words were precise, and every officer followed orders with discipline. The galaxy had assumed Earth was weak, but humans had planned their response perfectly. On the surface, civilians watched the enormous ships in orbit. Ben Turner guided his students outside, pointing to the massive shadows. "These ships are ours," he said quietly. "Humans built them. They were prepared even when others laughed. The galaxy will not mock us again." Children gasped, seeing the enormity of the vessels. Even people who had never considered space beyond the sky were now aware that humans were more powerful than anyone had imagined. Alien fleets tried to respond. Small fighter ships moved forward, testing human defenses. Their weapons activated, but systems immediately failed. Shields generated by the Colossus class blocked any attack. Energy pulses redirected incoming projectiles. Alien captains shouted in panic as their attacks bounced harmlessly off invisible barriers. The galaxy had never encountered ships that could control attacks without firing a single shot. Humans had prepared not just for battle, but for total control. Lucas Grant activated communications with the aliens. He spoke with calm authority. "Leave this system immediately," he said. "Attack humans and you will face the full strength of the Colossus class. Your fleets are outmatched. Your arrogance has been noted, but you still have a choice." The aliens froze. No words, no weapons could counter what they now faced. Their pride, their mockery, and their laughter had ended in silence. In the hidden hangars below Earth, engineers and technicians watched fleet operations remotely. Noah Price smiled quietly as the first prototype Colossus maneuvered above the city. All systems worked perfectly. Engines thrummed without noise, shields pulsed invisibly, and control systems responded instantly. Every effort of the past years had come together in one flawless demonstration. Preparation had become power. Alex Carter noticed alien communication channels breaking down. Commanders argued with one another, blaming each other for underestimating humans. "We cannot fire," one shouted. "Our sensors are useless." Another replied, "This is impossible." "They are too powerful." Every word confirmed what humans already knew. Patience, strategy, and preparation had created something the galaxy could not overcome easily. Hannah Lee directed fleet formations carefully. The Colossus class did not need to attack. Their positioning alone controlled space above Earth. They blocked trade lanes, restricted fleet movement, and projected an image of unstoppable authority. Alien fleets backed away slowly, terrified of the ships that humans had built in secret. Every maneuver was precise, coordinated, and silent. Humans had built not just machines but symbols of strength that did not need weapons to enforce their will. On Earth, civilians whispered in awe. "Humans did this," one parent asked. "All this power and we never knew." Children pointed at the sky, amazed at the enormous shapes floating above their cities. People realized that the galaxy had been wrong to mock Earth. Humans were clever, patient, and capable. Their strength had been hidden in plain sight. The Colossus class had made the impossible real. Alien commanders were desperate. They attempted to retreat, but the Colossus class controlled positions so well that escape paths were limited. Every attempt to attack or bypass the human ships failed. Panic spread through alien fleets, and arguments erupted over who had underestimated humans the most. The galaxy's laughter had ended. Fear replaced it. The mockery of centuries had turned into disbelief. Lucas Grant and his pilots moved carefully. They maintained formation, showing strength without aggression. One misstep could trigger disaster, but the training, simulations, and years of preparation paid off. The Colossus class was not just a fleet, it was a statement. Humans had built something beyond expectation, and the galaxy now understood that preparation, patience, and strategy could surpass raw numbers and arrogance. Hannah Lee activated additional channels to the aliens. She spoke clearly, calmly, and without threat. "Your fleets are outmatched," she said. "Leave peacefully and no harm will come. Any attack will be met with full response. Earth is no longer a world to mock." The aliens hesitated. They saw the calm strength of humans, and it terrified them more than any weapons could. Alex Carter monitored every response. Alien communications were chaotic. Officers shouted, blamed one another, and attempted to coordinate attacks that failed instantly. Humans watched and recorded every signal, learning more about alien tactics in the process. Preparation had turned the galaxy's arrogance into its own trap. Ben Turner stood among civilians, guiding them through the awe. "Humans have done this without violence," he said. "The galaxy laughed, but our patience and preparation are stronger than their arrogance. We have waited, we have planned. Now they see the result." Children looked at the sky, imagining themselves as part of the preparation, part of the clever and patient species that had outsmarted the galaxy. The alien fleets finally began to retreat in small groups, but fear dominated every movement. Commanders argued constantly, unsure how to respond to humans who had prepared so completely. The Colossus-class ships did not chase or attack. Their presence alone had forced retreat. The galaxy had assumed Earth was weak, but humans had prepared in secret, building ships, systems, and strategies that no one could ignore. On Earth, civilians cheered quietly, proud of the invisible strength that had appeared above them. Cities were safe. Ships were calm and ready. The Colossus class had shown that humans could protect themselves without unnecessary destruction. Patience, planning, and preparation had achieved what arrogance and numbers could not. Lucas Grant debriefed his pilots. "Today, humans showed strength beyond what anyone imagined," he said. "We did not need to fire a single shot. Every system worked perfectly. Every pilot performed flawlessly. The galaxy has learned that humans are patient, intelligent, and capable of incredible planning." The pilots nodded, proud and calm, knowing they had played their part in the demonstration. Hannah Lee looked at reports from all systems. Every engine, every shield, every control system had worked perfectly. Humans had prepared for this moment for years, and now the result was undeniable. The galaxy had laughed, but humans had quietly built something that changed the perception of Earth forever. Alex Carter monitored alien signals one last time. "They are retreating," he said quietly. "The galaxy has seen humans at their full preparation. They will not mock us again." Claire Morris nodded. "And we will remain ready. Patience built this. Preparation will keep it." Humans are stronger than they realize. The Colossus-class ships hovered above Earth for hours, calm and silent. Humans observed, proud but quiet. Civilians, pilots, engineers, and strategists all shared one thought. The galaxy had laughed for centuries, and now humans had answered without violence, showing power, intelligence, and preparation that no one could ignore. And as alien fleets disappeared into the distance, humans returned to their daily lives. Ships remained ready, pilots continued training, engineers continued maintenance, and strategists continued planning. The galaxy had learned a lesson that would not be forgotten. Preparation, patience, and cleverness had turned the tide. Humans had shown their power without firing a single shot. The Colossus class had appeared, the galaxy had panicked, and humans had proven that quiet preparation could be stronger than laughter, arrogance, or even overwhelming numbers. Earth had waited, built, and acted without haste. And in the calm after the demonstration, humans knew one thing: the galaxy would never underestimate them again. After the alien fleets retreated, the galaxy fell silent. Laughter was gone. Arrogance and mockery vanished. For the first time, humans were no longer considered weak. Above Earth, the Colossus-class ships hovered quietly, calm and immense, a reminder of human patience and preparation. The galaxy had learned a lesson it would not forget. Humans were clever, patient, and capable of power beyond imagination. On Earth, civilians looked at the sky, awed by the enormous ships that had appeared and protected their cities. Ben Turner guided children through quiet streets, explaining what had happened. "We have been underestimated for centuries," he said. "The galaxy laughed at us, but we were ready. Preparation won, not fighting. Patience was our shield." The children stared, amazed that humans had waited so long, quietly building strength until the moment was right. In orbit, Lucas Grant debriefed his pilots. Every maneuver, every formation, every system had worked perfectly. "We showed them that humans are more than they imagined," he said. "Without firing a shot, we changed the galaxy's view of Earth. Our work is not over, but today we achieved something incredible." The pilots nodded, proud and calm, knowing they had fulfilled their role in the demonstration. Alex Carter and Claire Morris monitored communications from distant worlds. The messages were cautious now, full of respect and fear. Alien fleets that had mocked humans now whispered warnings to one another. Some fleets requested peaceful trade instead of confrontation. The galaxy had learned that Earth could not be underestimated. Alex said quietly, "They finally see us as equals, or perhaps more. Their arrogance cost them respect." Claire nodded. "And it will take time for them to recover. Humans have earned a new position in the galaxy." Hannah Lee coordinated communication with the Galactic Council. Representatives from multiple worlds requested private meetings. The council that had once laughed at Earth now approached with caution. They wanted alliances, advice, and reassurance. Humans had shown power and restraint, and the galaxy realized that Earth could not be ignored. Hannah spoke clearly and calmly, explaining that humans sought peace, but would never allow mockery or humiliation again. Her words were firm yet diplomatic, showing that humans had learned the importance of presence and strategy. The Colossus class remained above Earth for one full day, silent but unmistakable. Civilians watched the massive ships as they floated calmly over cities. Children pointed and asked questions. Parents explained that humans had been preparing for this for generations. The ships were symbols of patience, intelligence, and discipline. They represented a species that did not rush, did not fight unnecessarily, but could respond with overwhelming force if challenged. Engineers and technicians continued to maintain the Colossus class. Noah Price walked through the hangars, checking engines, shields, and control systems. "Every system worked perfectly," he said quietly. "Humans have built something beyond imagination, and the galaxy has seen it. We must remain ready because the future will always test us." The team nodded, knowing that preparation was ongoing, even after victory without battle. Alex Carter reviewed alien fleet patterns. Some fleets had withdrawn completely from human territory. Others requested alliances or trade agreements, careful to avoid conflict. He spoke to Claire Morris. Their fear is real. They understand we are prepared. Humans do not boast, but we are ready for anything. Claire smiled. And the galaxy will think twice before mocking Earth again. On Earth, civilians began to understand the true meaning of patience and preparation. Schools included lessons about the Colossus class and the careful planning behind it. Children learned that intelligence, strategy, and preparation could overcome brute force and arrogance. Ben Turner continued teaching. "We did not need to fight," he told his students. "We were ready. Humans have always been clever. Now the galaxy knows it too." The alien fleets eventually disappeared entirely from nearby space. Their arrogance was gone, replaced with respect and caution. Trade routes opened carefully, and ambassadors approached humans with humility. The galaxy had learned that Earth could not be mocked, underestimated, or attacked without consequence. Humans had earned respect, not through war, but through careful preparation, calm demonstration, and intelligence. Lucas Grant inspected the Colossus-class ships one last time before they returned to hidden positions. The pilots had proven their skill, the systems had functioned perfectly, and human patience had won the day. "We showed them strength without firing," Lucas said quietly. "Our work continues, but today humans prove that patience, planning, and intelligence are more powerful than arrogance or numbers." The pilots nodded, ready for whatever the future held. Hannah Lee sent a final report to the council. Her words were calm, precise, and firm. She explained that humans wanted peace, but would never allow ridicule or threats. The council listened carefully, understanding that the Colossus class represented more than technology. It represented the human spirit. Patience, preparation, and intelligence had earned humanity a place among the galaxy's respected civilizations. On the surface, civilians celebrated quietly. Families gathered to discuss the events, pointing at the sky where the Colossus class had floated. Even ordinary people understood the lesson. Humans were no longer to be underestimated. Patience, intelligence, and preparation were stronger than brute force. The galaxy had learned this lesson the hard way, and humans had achieved it without unnecessary violence. Alex Carter reviewed all data one final time. Alien fleets had scattered. Communication channels were quiet. Every system functioned perfectly. Humans had shown strength beyond imagination, yet had remained calm and controlled. He spoke to Claire Morris. "We have changed the galaxy's view of humans forever," he said. "They will respect us now, and we will remain ready always." Claire nodded. The lesson was clear. Patience is power, preparation is strength, and calm control is intelligence. The galaxy now knows that humans are clever and capable. The Colossus-class ships eventually returned to hidden hangars, invisible to alien sensors. Their presence above Earth was no longer needed, but the memory of them remained in the minds of the galaxy. Humans had shown that strength was not always loud or visible. Patience, intelligence, and preparation had created a power that no one could ignore. The galaxy had laughed at Earth for centuries, and now humans had earned respect in silence. Ben Turner looked at the night sky with his students. "We have been underestimated," he said. "The galaxy thought we were weak. We prepared. We waited. Now they know humans are strong." Children smiled, inspired by the courage and patience of their species. Even ordinary people understood that preparation and intelligence could overcome arrogance and numbers. The galaxy had learned a lesson in humility. Hannah Lee, Lucas Grant, Alex Carter, and Claire Morris gathered one last time to review the events. They understood the importance of patience, planning, and preparation. Humans had shown their strength without aggression, controlled chaos without firing a shot, and earned respect without boasting. The galaxy would remember Earth not as a weak world, but as a clever, patient, and capable species. In the days that followed, trade resumed carefully, ambassadors arrived respectfully, and alien fleets remained cautious near human space. The galaxy no longer mocked Earth. Humans had shown that they could prepare for any challenge, and their calm, intelligent response had earned them a position of respect. The Colossus-class ships had demonstrated not only technology, but the wisdom of patience and strategy. On Earth, life returned to normal, but people had changed. Children dreamed of space not as a distant fantasy, but as a realm where humans had proven themselves. Adults worked with renewed pride, knowing that their patience and preparation had created a powerful legacy. The galaxy had laughed at Earth, but now humans had proven that calm, clever preparation could overcome centuries of mockery and disbelief. Alex Carter and Claire Morris watched reports from alien worlds one last time. "We have changed everything," Alex said. "The galaxy will never look at Earth the same way again," Claire nodded. "And humans will remain ready. Patience and preparation built this, and they will protect us forever." The Colossus-class ships rested quietly, hidden from view, ready for any future threat. The galaxy had learned its lesson. Earth was no longer weak. Humans had waited, prepared, and acted with intelligence. Respect had been earned in silence, and the galaxy would remember it for generations. And on Earth, humans continued their lives, proud but calm, knowing that patience, planning, and clever preparation had achieved what arrogance and numbers could never have done. The galaxy had laughed, but humans had proven their strength without a single shot fired. The laughter was gone, replaced by respect. The galaxy now understood that Earth's patience and preparation made humans a force no one could ignore.